Hello all, my name is Krishnak and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, we are going to continue the Python Advanced Python series, and in this particular video we are going to discuss about decorators. If you have heard about some of the frameworks like Flask and Django, we are already going to use decorators over there, and probably in just a couple of days I'm going to start that playlist of Flask and Django. And there is also one more playlist that is going to come up, that is basically cloud computing playlist, which I'm going to start with respect to AWS. So when I'll be starting Flask and Django, there also we'll be using decorators, but just let us understand what exactly decorators is and how do we actually use it and when to use it. Now, remember one thing over here, guys, before understanding decorators, we'll go in this particular order. First is how to do a function copy. The second is we need to understand closures. And the third final thing is we are going to understand about decorators. So let me just take a very good example and let me just create a function. And here probably I'm just going to write a print and I'll say welcome to Krish Naik YouTube channel. Suppose I'm just going to write it over here, okay, and then I am just going to execute it. After executing this, if I really call the welcome message, and then I'll basically get the output. Now just see this. If I try to, the first point that I'm talking about is function copy. If I try to use a variable saying as welcome, or let me make a variable as WEL, and suppose if I execute it, now if I go and see this well, what it is not giving me anything as such. But remember one thing, if I also try to use this as my function over there, it will say non-type object is not callable. This is fine. Let me remove this. Now suppose instead of writing welcome, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to return something. Okay, I'm just going to return something over here. So here I return it, and let me just execute it again. And now if I go and see well, now here you'll be able to see that I'm getting that specific message. Now I'll do one simple change, is that after assigning this well is equal to welcome, because welcome is my function, I'm just going to delete this welcome over here. Okay, I'm just going to delete this welcome over here. So welcome is my function name. Now just tell me whether this well value will again be having this or it will not be having this. So this is the first thing that I really want to ask you all. Just consider this as a interview question for all of you. Whether this function will get copied or whether it will get deleted, what will happen if we get the well value? Just try to comment it. Anyhow, I'll try to show you the output over here. Now let me just execute it once again. And now if I go and see my well, again we are getting welcome to Krishnak YouTube channel. So that basically means we have just copied this function into my another variable, that is well. And this is basically giving me the output of this. Okay, now this is the most important thing. This is called as a function copy. Okay, we have basically copied the function over here to here. Now if I try to again call my welcome function, it will be giving me an error saying that welcome is not defined. Okay, so this particular function is not defined. Okay, now this is very, very important to understand. This is the idea about function copy. Now the second point that I'm going to discuss about is basically called as closures. Now what is closures? Usually, initially when I was working as a .NET developer, we used to write functions inside a function. Okay, so whenever we write functions inside a function, it is basically called as a closures function. And even in JavaScript, I think you have read about it. Suppose let me just say that I am going to do the main welcome over here, and inside this I am passing a message saying that, okay, and this message can be anything. Inside this, I'm just going to call another sub welcome class. Okay, another sub welcome class, and probably this sub welcome class is going to print something like this: welcome to Krish Naik YouTube channel. And remember guys, you need to know all these things because that will actually help you to understand about decorators in a better way. So I'll say welcome to Krish Naik YouTube channel, and then I will print this specific message. Now again the question is that when I am providing this parameter as message, or let me just remove this and let me just define this message over here saying as hi everyone, hello everyone, suppose hello everyone. Okay, if I'm defining like this, okay, and I'm printing the message over here and I'm saying that print please subscribe Krish channel, okay, which I think you will subscribe, so please do subscribe it. Please subscribe Krish channel. Okay, so fine. This is my message. This is my method, that is sub welcome. And I'm first interview question for you all is that when I'm writing function inside a function, can we use this message variable over here? And this is all about closures, guys. Whenever we write closure, I'll give you the answer. Yes, we can definitely access it. How? Now just see this. Okay, this is very important. I have defined a main function and then I have a sub function. Remember, you also have to return what is actually you're returning from the main function itself. So I'm just going to return my sub welcome class. Okay, so that is my sub function that is present inside this main function. So once I execute it, now you see this when I write main welcome, and if I execute it, I am probably getting this, but it's okay. Let me quickly see what I have done. Main welcome, main welcome. Okay, sorry, I missed one thing, guys, that is writing this particular function over there. Now if I write main welcome, so I'm going to return now the sub welcome class, and then I'll just execute it. Now let me call the main welcome class. So my main welcome class is over here. If I execute it here, you'll be able to see that whatever message I have passed over here, this is being printed inside the sub class. So that basically means inside a closure, when you are writing the inner function, the inner function will be able to access all the variables that is defined in this particular function. Even though if this is passed as a parameter, let me remove this and let me just consider that this is passed as a parameter. And if I write over here as Krish, right? So here you'll be able to see that it is basically giving me an error saying that main welcome takes 0 positional, but 1 was given. Okay, let me just execute it once again. Sorry, I missed executing it. Okay, so here you'll be able to see that welcome to Krish Naik's YouTube channel. Krish, please subscribe Krish Naik. So this is an example of closures. In this closures, what you do is that you will be able to provide whatever as your input on the main function. And suppose if you are defining your inner function inside that specific function, you can also use that particular variable that is available in the main function. And I'm not saying that main function, Python main function, I'm just saying that parent function that is present over here. So remember, in closures, you write a parent function, and then inside that you can also write a sub function. Okay, so the parent function and the sub function, and whatever variables you can define over here, that all will be accessible inside the sub function. This is the most important thing that you need to understand about closures. Now let me just make some more changes. Okay, instead of just calling like this, let me just write something like this. Okay, so suppose I really want, I'll just copy this entire thing. Okay, I'll go down. Okay, and let me make it as a code, and over here I'm just going to paste it over here. Now instead of passing message, what I'll do is that I'll just pass function. Okay, a specific function, and this function I'll just try to call it. Now see this. Okay, I'll just try to call it over here. Now let me just execute it. Now let me call this main welcome, and here I'm just going to call the print function. Now here you will be able to see that welcome to Krish Naik YouTube channel, please subscribe Krish channel, but this has still not been able to, we are not able to call it. But one thing that I missed was my parenthesis. Now if I try to execute over here, so nothing is getting printed. Now let me just write some parameter. So I'll say Krish, this YouTube channel deals with programming. Suppose I'm just writing this particular message, and let me just execute this, and let me just execute it. Now you can see that whatever inbuilt function that I'm passing, over here, based on that, this particular function can also be called inside the sub function. Okay, so here you'll be able to see that I'm passing func. Func is nothing but your print statement. Print is an inbuilt function, and then here inside func you are basically giving your parameter, which is basically that the YouTube channel deals with programming. Okay, now we will be slowly going into decorators. Just don't worry, because now this is not just closures, this is the starter of decorators. We'll understand, guys. In decorators, we basically say that inside a function we can also give a parameter as function instead of a specific variable or a message kind of stuff. Over here, this is a perfect example, because here I'm actually giving you a function. Okay, now see this. Now listen to this very important thing that I really want to call. I'll still not say decorators. See, I'll just say this as a closures, because decorators has some basic changes. I'll say initial decorators. Suppose initial decorators, because we have still not come into decorators. Now instead of writing inbuilt function, suppose if I write len is also inbuilt function. Suppose I say that instead of this, print func of and here I'm just going to give you the list of elements. Suppose 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. Obviously I know that when I'm passing this function is nothing but length of this particular will basically give me the length of this. So here you can see that okay, it's not working. Let me see why it is not working, because if I write length of probably a list 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, then I usually get 7. Let me just see. Okay, one more bracket. Okay, now this was the thing that I did, guys. I did not put one more bracket, so I was not getting that output, but here now it is getting executed. Now this is with respect to an inbuilt function. Okay, now this is just with respect to an inbuilt function. What if can I create my own function and give it as a parameter over there? So that also we'll try to have a look. So I'll create a function saying as, okay, definition of channel name. Suppose this is my channel name, and inside this channel name, okay, inside this channel name I'll say that print, okay, I'll say this is Krish channel, this is Krish YouTube channel. See, I'm just making a function within a function. Just see this, it'll be pretty much amazing. I'm again going to copy this, and now I'm just going to name this as decorators. See this, I'll just remove this and I'm going to just make it as decorators. Now this channel name, I'm just saying that this is Krish YouTube channel. Okay, now see, very nicely you see this, because how to call this channel name inside this, and how do you basically display this information also, that also we'll try to check it out. So guys, after I've created this channel name, so here I've clearly written that this is Krish Naik YouTube channel, and let me make this change also, guys, because we are not calling any inbuilt function. So I'm just going to call this function over here like this. Okay, I'll just execute this. I'll just execute this. Now see this, how do I call this with the help of how do I call this particular function inside this? So here I'm just going to say main welcome, and here I'm just going to give my channel name. And once I give my channel name, now just see what will happen. Once I execute it, here you'll be able to see that this particular parameter, this particular channel name is passed over here. After this, you'll be able to see that this is basically calling sub welcome class. Here it is saying welcome to Krish Naik YouTube channel. This is Krish YouTube channel, and then please subscribe Krish channel. So this function is basically defining whatever function we have defined in our custom basis, right? So decorators understand this. This is called as decorators, where you are calling function within a function, and then you are also passing function as a parameter. This is one way of calling, guys. Suppose if I make this variable as a, and if I try to execute what is a, here you can see that it is not returning anything, but if I just go and see a, it will give me an error saying the none type. But just understand that we have called something. If you are returning something, some variable will get stored. Here, this is just like a decorator. Now this is one way of calling this particular function. The other way is basically to define a decorator. See, we can write at the rate, and we can just write main underscore welcome. That's it. When I write like this way the initialization will happen. This way we will be calling the main underscore welcome function with your channel name as your parameter. So once I execute this, here you'll be able to see that welcome to Krish Naik YouTube channel. This is Krish YouTube channel. Please subscribe Krish channel. Now the main importance of the decorator over here is that your obviously closures are there, right? Function within a function. But apart from that, you are also able to pass the parameter as a function. And apart from that also, if you have a lot of functionalities like this, you can call this as your decorator on top of your function. Suppose if I write channel underscore name over here, which is my predefined function, I'm basically giving a decorator, which is basically calling the decorator function. And this decorator function, whatever function name we have given over here, this takes as a parameter, and whatever functionality are there, we will also be able to use this function directly over there, with all the information. So this, if you have some basic, and what is the real importance of this, just understand, guys. Suppose you have this particular function, and this function needs to be called with as a common functionality in most of the functions. So suppose this function is just like a database connection that is basically happening. Okay, and you are basically providing all the information by just using the decorator, whatever the basic information are there, and this function is going to get reused everywhere, So at that time you can just call this function like this and you can use it over there, this is the most important thing. Now why I'm saying in Flask and Django probably you'll have this, because there you have @app.route. That is also kind of decorator, and this is how you manually create a decorator. So let's revise this, guys. What all things we learned. First is about function copy. Suppose if I'm defining a function, if I'm assigning it to some other variable, and if I delete the function, then also we'll be able to get the copy of that particular function. So here you can see, apart from that, we saw closures functions within a function. Over here I defined a main welcome function, then inside I defined a sub welcome function, and I had returned the sub welcome function from this particular main welcome function, and by default this will be printing all this particular statement. We saw that. Then closures and initial decorators, what we did is that instead of just calling function, instead of calling just variables like this, what we are doing is that we are also passing functions as a parameter, and we were using that function for some other purpose. Initially we started with some built-in functions like print, length and all. So we saw that it was also getting executed. The next step was towards the advanced decorators, wherein we are passing this particular information and we are using that particular function, but the way that we call this particular function and provide as a parameter was something like this: main underscore welcome and channel underscore name. This is exactly decorators, because this is your decorator class. This is the decorator class which is using this particular channel underscore name as your parameter inside that specific function. And if you want to call it in a shortcut way, you just have to use add the rate and with the decorator name on the top of the function which is getting called. Okay, if channel name is getting called everywhere, so you can basically use this particular decorator which is taking as the function as a parameter. You can assign it over here. So I hope you like this particular video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day ahead, and please make sure that, guys, you subscribe the channel. Bye bye. Have a great day.